Joining me now, Coach Guy Boucher. Guy, thank you for taking some time. I know you're a pretty famous person around these parts. Talk quickly about this morning's game between the ladies 67s and the Balmore Hall Blades. What did you like best about this morning's game?
You know what? I think they've got a really good team. We got a lot of power plays. We worked power plays lately, so I mean we got 3 power play goals there. So thought the girls are doing a good job of executing and learning. Putting in the building blocks of power play is not easy at the minor league level, and I think the girls have done a really good job of doing that, especially today.
You've been to Winnipeg a couple of times. Your daughter Naomi plays here for the ladies 67s. Where do you see the game today in terms of women's hockey and how much representation it gives for the players and how much fun it is for women's hockey to see this spectacle?
You know what, I remember when I was playing at McGill years ago, there was a women's team and I had some friends on it, and it was good hockey then, but today it's grown so much. I mean, it's not just the interest, it's the skill, the understanding of the game. I think the coaching of the girls now, you get some really high-end coaches that are involved in it. So there's also the girls see that there's somewhere to go now. They play, they get scholarships in Canada and the U.S. To go play college hockey. There's a national team. Hopefully we can get that league going, the professional women's league, because I think it's not just something that's growing. It's something for our young girls to aspire to. And being able to coach my daughter for the first time this year has been a treat. But she's so motivated, and it's not just getting the girls to have fun, but I think it's learning through the adversity of hockey. It's a life lesson in everything that they do in that sport, and being together in a team sport also helps them for the rest of their lives.
Team play is sport always helps out with growing up, no matter what. You said it's the first year able to coach your daughter. Yeah. Is it hard to take the dad hat off and put the coach hat on, or do you wear 2 different hats at once, or how does that work?
It is, and I was never able to coach her, first of all, because 22 years of coaching in a row, so it was hard. But the fact that I'm able to get involved, but I'm also getting involved and also pulling back because I want to be the dad at the same time. And the coach was great, and he asked me if I wanted to get involved. I thought it was a great opportunity, but at the same time, I made sure that I wanted to be the dad also. And I think it's good for my daughter to see me there, but at the same time, it's also good for her not to see me there, and have fun and kind of be herself without having to worry about dad being there. I've seen too many stories over the years when I was playing, of fathers that sometimes went overboard, or I don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, it's not just a chance for me to see my daughter and see her grow, but it's also a chance for me to give back to minor hockey and something I really believe in, women's hockey, which is growing, and I think it's good that I'm able to see it and be part of it.
So we see that growth here in the under-19 program here, the Junior Women's Hockey League, as well as all the showcase tournaments that all of these teams play throughout the year. That next level, we talk about that potential league that the NHL will be involved with, but also before that, the youth sports, the Div 1, the Div 3. How important is this for female hockey players to see that there is another stepping stone?
Oh, it's huge. You know what? I've seen it in Europe. I've seen it in North America. Motivation is everything. And, at first you play for fun, and then later on it's fun, but you need some kind of a vision if you want to be a high-end player. And the vision's always making it the next step. And when you see that girls now get, all these scholarships available, all that high-end hockey available, all that comes with it too. It's not just accomplishing things; it's living experiences at high-end levels, and so you need to have that to be able to see where you're going and to aspire to something better than where you're at. And it's not just in hockey, but it's in all spheres of life. You need to see promotion available to you for you to have the motivation to aspire to that. And now the girls are seeing more and more of it, and I think it's terrific. And hopefully it will continue to grow, and I think it will. And to give that option for our girls in our society is going to help them, and it's going to benefit our society, because then you're going to have kids that have leadership and know how to get through adversity and know how to deal with being surrounded with other people, accomplishing things, and that's what you want. In all kinds of companies, that's the kind of people I would like to hire.
What have you noticed in your first year? I'll end up with this one, Guy. In your first year coaching your daughter, but with the Lady 67 program, How is it different compared to a professional level and seeing these ladies that want to continue? They haven't made it yet,
Yeah.
but they're making it as a student athlete, and they look at seeing as that being part of their future. How is it different seeing a 17-year-old female player compared to the professionals you've coached over the last 20 years?
Well, it's different, you know. In the pros, it's a real big business. You know, there's a fun part to it, but it's relegated pretty far back behind the business side of it, and the winning and the all in, and so in that respect, I think probably the girls are shielded from the negative side of the sport itself, which is a good thing, because it's not for everybody. You know, pro sports is fun to watch from outside, but when you're in it, there's a lot of sides that they're tough to manage, and you know, it's not for everybody. And I think right now our girls get a healthy environment that's going to help them grow, and eventually maybe we'll see a women's league that will be strong and will last, and then at that point the girls will deal with what the men have to deal with right now. But I think in a sense to see it on the school side and see it as a more of a university setting right now is something that's very positive, and you don't necessarily need right now to have the other side of it. But I think eventually when it grows and somebody invests in that, I think there's something there. There really is. I think there's the possibility for a women's league to exist and grow and become something big. That's how all the leagues started. The men's league started over 100 years ago, when very few people would come to watch, and it became what it became. So I think in the long run, it'll be something positive for the girls, and people will come to watch it because it's grown so much, and the girls are motivated to see it happening too.
It started with an idea over 100 years ago. We talked to a lady, Ruby Frazier, who's 107 years old, a couple days ago, first women hockey player in Winnipeg. You couldn't have summed it up better, Guy. Thank you very much. The promotion, the progress, and the opportunity for these ladies is immense. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.